Okay, so I think I'm finally at a point where I'm ready to get back into music, right? I'm ready to get back into writing, singing, releasing music, like recording. And I think I just really needed a fucking break after I fired my label in 2022. Um, and I think I just really needed a cleanse for 2 years, like literally for 2 years, which is really sad because I love singing. Those of you who have been following me for like forever know that I've been singing for forever. That's what I thought that I was probably going to be famous for. Full disclosure, I fucking hate the way my fucking hair looks right now. This is not the haircut that I wanted, but this is the one that I got, and I hate the way that I look overall right now, and I'm in a depressive episode, so that just makes everything fucking better. And I have to have pictures taken of me all the time, and I hate the way I look, so just need to rant that right quick. Anyway, yeah, it just turned me off in so many goddamn ways. I have hated operating in the music industry under a label, and this was under an indie label, and I feel like the music industry is probably the darkest and just worst fucking corner of the entertainment industry. Every person in the music industry that I've ever worked with has been the shadiest, flakiest, most dishonest, like unreliable people, like the most unreliable, just like people ever, who say the most offhanded shit. And I don't know, I think I just want to rant about some of the things that just turned me off and made me so fucking tired that I really needed to step away and take a break. Like for 2 years, I really didn't feel moved to make any fucking music at all. I'm just like, whatever. And I thought about that's the thing. The reason why I fired my label is because I wrote all these songs like over like probably 3 years, and we kept pushing that we were gonna put out an EP, publicizing it, whatever. Over 3 years, I wrote so many fucking songs. We released one goddamn song, which I feel is kind of fucking mediocre. It wasn't meant to be the best thing ever. We just needed to get something out there. Whatever. Like I'm not. And at the end of the day, they didn't have the money that they said that they did. As I kept on like pushing and pushing more, kind of started like finding my voice more, and I'm just like, hey, music is not making me money. I've been with you for fucking forever. Acting is making me money. Influencing, being a content creator is making me money. Like fucking the money that I get on YouTube, the money that I get on YouTube every month is more than I was making with fucking music after like writing so many fucking songs. And I kind of wanted to like maybe release them myself, but honestly I kind of look back at some of them and like they were written by a younger Nikki who I am not that Nikki anymore. And I don't know, maybe I'll release them, maybe I don't know. I'm perfectly okay with writing completely new songs. But here's everything that I fucking hate about the fucking music industry, in the sense that I don't plan on engaging with it in a traditional fashion anymore. I have no problem just releasing on fucking SoundCloud and doing Spotify shit my fucking self. I have no problem just doing low fidelity shit from my living room my fucking self, because at least it will be fucking mine. I was kind of pressured to start singing again because I went to a Black creators event, and we had a little exercise which was like, oh, we're gonna make up a song on the spot, and then you gotta improvise, like sing a verse. And so I did, and just dicking around, like, and this is me after like 2 glasses of wine, and I had so many people come up to me and like, oh my god, that was you just dicking around? That's dangerous. You need to do something with that. You need to fucking sing. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, no, fucking really, like, you don't waste it, like so many people, like just that one day pushed me to be like, okay, I think it's time. But here's what the fuck I needed to take a break from, okay? And especially experiencing this as a Black woman, as a light-skinned Black woman, which is relevant. Don't worry, it's relevant. Okay, so like, here's one thing. I've auditioned for a bunch of singing shows over the years, like the big ones. And a lot of this is stuff that we already know. Like I would make it past the preliminary rounds. And then I would audition for the producers and be like, and the feedback is always like, oh my God, amazing. Like, what the fuck? How did you, blah, 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 blah. And as you guys know, I've never made it onto one of these shows, and I am not fucking complaining. And we all kind of know the deal, but like, we know how those things go by now. Like, we know the tea on those shows. But the way that I individually experienced it, I actually got to talk to somebody who works for one of those shows at an event. And they were like, honestly, you dodged a bullet by not being cast on one of those shows. And I can tell you why you're not cast. He's like, you've already built a following. You've already built a brand on your own. You know who you are. You are your own person. You have you have a personality. You've already established a presence online yourself, and you know who you are. They want people that they can build from the ground up. They want people that they can mold and become what they want them to become, based on, their looks, based on, the way that their voice sounds. They can't do that to you. They cannot do that with you. They would have to go along with the brand that you've already created, and they don't want to be able to do that. They want someone that they can manipulate. You can't be manipulated. So okay. So many fucking producers over, just through the years, and I'm casting my memory back to my early 20s, I think, my early to mid 20s, where I remember this particular producer, and I heard it a lot more later on, that he didn't like everyone loves the way that my voice sounds. They didn't like that my voice it sounded princessy. It sounds princessy. It just does, okay? I learned how to sing by listening to Mariah Carey and Whitney Houston and Beyonce. Her voice was higher back then. And I'm a soprano. It is just what it is. And I also have background in musical theater. It just is what it is, And I don't mind. I like sounding like a princess. I really, really do. But they never liked that. They were like, oh, don't worry. Don't worry. Your voice will mature over time. And I'm like, yeah, I'm sure it will. All voices do. But what the fuck is wrong with me sounding like this now? They're like, you sound girly. You just sound, I'm just like, okay. There's always just this rush to mature me that I don't really see happening with white girls. It is completely, you know what I mean? There was just this rush to, I don't know, mature me, make my sound darker and more and that's just not what I'm giving. That was always something annoying to me. And then some other stints that I had a few years later was people were always trying to fucking change me, especially men within the R&B and rap fucking world. The image I've created is the image that I am. I'm a fucking nerdy black girl who likes anime. I'll probably write about it. I'm a comedian. There's a lot of lightness and just kind of cheekiness in everything I do, including when I perform, including when I sing. And like I said, it just is what it is. I remember this guy that I was doing a project with, which I eventually dropped the fuck off of because they were treating me so terribly and talking to me crazy. It was you need to change up your image a bit. I could see you as a lotto. I think lotto is what he said. And I went and I went to look at the artist that he was talking about, and I was like, these people, these women, not knocking on this fucking style, of artist at all, but it is so far from what I am. Like, the only thing that I have in common with these artists that you're naming is that I am a light-skinned black girl. Like, there is always this rush to create like this, like, basically, like, you know, light-skinned industry plant kind of image. And I get that, and that's just not, like, you guys know me. That is just not that is just not my fucking style. That's not my personality. That's not me at all. I'd be on my hot girl shit, absolutely, but that as a whole, that's just generally not fucking me. And there's always this push to fucking do that, right? And again, like, I left the project because they were always trying to, like, you know, do this and you know, again, like, change my image. Like I said, they started talking to me fucking crazy. You can tell that in this specific circle, the R&B and rap world, they're used to talking to women a very specific way. Like, this man, this man talked at me because he said I wasn't looking him in the eye. And I was like, motherfucker, I'm a grown goddamn fucking woman with a job. I don't remember if I had a job at that point. Maybe I may have been like 100% disabled at that point, just like quit working. But I'm like, I'm a fucking woman. I'm a fucking grown ass woman. Don't you dare fucking talk to me like that. I don't know who the fuck. Maybe you talk to other women like that, but not fucking me. Not fucking me. I do not want a fucking feature that goddamn badly that I am ever willing to let myself be talked to like this ever again. I left for the military. I have been abused. I will never allow myself to be talked to like that again. I fucking left. And then, like, you know, when I got with my label, like, I felt that I was in a safer place to be myself and, like, write about what I want to write about and, like, you know, have the image that I want. And I always made it very clear that I was grateful for that. And I should have known that it was only going to last so fucking long, because it wasn't long before my producer and the other producers that we were talking with were like, okay, we love, like, that you've made your own fame and stuff online, blah, blah, blah. We want to keep that persona separate from your music. I'm like, what do you mean? Like, oh, this, you know, geeky anime kind of, you know, thing that you got going on, fantastic. But we want to keep that persona separate from, you know, your music persona. We want to, you know, keep it a little more blah. They didn't really like the goofiness, the quirky. We just kind of keep it out. And I've said before, in retrospect, it was more like, and I don't even think that they knew that they were saying this, but it was like, tone down the neurodivergence. Tone down the neurospicy, okay? Like, we're gonna need you to be a little fucking normal. And at the time, like, I was just like, okay, I think I'm picking up what you're putting down, and I just really meditated on it for a little while, and then I came back to them, and I was like, actually, I don't fucking appreciate you asking me to do that. I don't appreciate you asking me to fucking do that. What do you mean, persona? This is who I am. This is who the fuck I am. I became famous for being who I am, genuinely, and unmasking as an autistic woman. I have made my fame by being who I am for the first time in my fucking life. And again, like with the other situation, I said, I have done this before, okay? I've been there, done that, bought the fucking t-shirt, or rather the camo uniform, and I don't want to fucking do it again. Like, I have already been in an environment for basically a decade where I'm being told what to wear, how to wear it, slicking my hair back to the point where I have fucking thin spots from slicking my hair back so, like, tightly so that it looks straight, because that's the only way that your hair looks neat and clean appearance in the military. Fucking textures, racist shit. Like, I have been told what I can and cannot say. I have been told how I can and cannot speak. I have been oppressed beyond the oppression I already experienced just walking in the world as me. I am not doing this again. I'm not doing this again. I'm an artist. This is meant to be freeing as much as possible. Like, and of course, the more I get into the industry, the little less free it already is. Like, let me tell you. But I'm like, to the best of my ability, no, I'm not gonna fucking do this. No, they didn't even specify like what the music persona was even supposed to fucking be. You know what I mean? Like, again, it's just like, tone down the neurodivergence. We want you to be a little more normal and just, no, I'm sorry, I'm not fucking normal. I'm fucking weird. Okay, I'm fucking weird. I'm a fucking weeb. Okay, I'm a fucking weeb. I'm a fucking Marvel comics nerd. I'm a fucking Disney nerd. Okay, like, I'm a movie buff. That is just what the fuck. That's who the fuck I am. I am a lot of things. I don't fit into a box. And I'm not letting you put me in a box. And they're like, oh, okay, fine. Okay. All of a sudden. And then the last thing, oh my God, I almost forgot. They would try to, and this is something that's kind of a topic of conversation because of things right now. They would try to, black up my voice more. I like it, and like, sometimes you do have to exaggerate your voice on tracks sometimes, like it just doesn't translate. But like, oh, we want you to give a little more like Houston-ness, like a little rougher, like, oh man. I'm just like, okay, well, I am from Houston. This is how I talk. I'm like, oh, a little more hood, a little more this. These are black people telling me this, right? This, that. I'm like, I did have some of it a hood adjacent upbringing, and this is how I talk. This is who I am. This is how I talk. Like, I sound the way that I sound. I'm not. What do you mean? What do you mean? And that's a topic of conversation, right? Of like, playing up a caricature of style or way of talking for marketability. And for me, I'm just like, this is as far as my fucking accent goes. I'm from Houston. I remember it's like, sometimes it comes out, sometimes it doesn't. Like, I just am who I am. Can I just be who the fuck I am? Can I just go into the goddamn studio and just sing or just rap or just sing rap? Can I just do what the fuck I want? Can I just be myself? The answer was no. The answer is fucking no, you cannot. The answer is no, you cannot. There is a reason why the weirdest artists are completely fucking indie, because the mainstream would never let them be. Childish Gambino, Tyler the Creator, like, fucking Chance. There's a reason, because like, beyond the freedom, beyond the goddamn, being able to like keep all of your fucking money, beyond all that shit, there is no way mainstream would let them be the way that they are. They like, and maybe y'all like instinctually fucking do that, but let me confirm that is absolutely fucking true, and it is so goddamn annoying. So here I am. I finally feel like I've had enough of distance that I can just do. I can get back to it. I can write about what I want. I can do what I want. I am completely fine just doing low fidelity fucking piano rap, ukulele rap. That's something I've been thinking about. I'm playing around with that. I just want to do things that feel genuine to me. Okay. I just want to do things that feel genuine to me. And, the amount to which that you can do that, the deeper that you get into the entertainment industry is less and less. And so, like, just keeping some sense of agency is so fucking I cannot stress how fucking important it is. And like, I don't know, I just hate it, man. I hated it. Again, I have already lived the life where I had to change everything that I am. I'm not doing it again. I'm not doing it again. And just the way especially amongst other black folks, surprisingly but not surprisingly, that when you don't fit into a certain box of blackness that they expect you to be in, like based on how you look, factoring colorism into the equation, this kind of like almost this aversion to being a black girl that sings and sounds happy, an aversion to that, an aversion to being a black girl that doesn't really feel like, being very overtly sexual. Again, not knocking artists that do, but that's just not me, and just not fitting into that place where they want to have, a light-skinned, sexually charged, girl. Like the type that is glorified by colorism in our community and in the industry, period, in that pocket. It's rough, and I can see how others could fall into it, for the promise of the reward of certain things. But I am so fucking tired. I am not comparing my traumas to anyone else's, but what I have been through has been so fucking exhausting to the point that it impacts me every fucking day, that I wake up at 60% instead of 90 like other people do, that I literally have no time for this nonsense. I have no time for this bullshit. I have no more room for anything else to become more stressful than it has to be. So that is my experience, just dipping into the fucking industry. I don't feel like I went as deep as I absolutely could have. And honestly, I'm so fucking glad that I didn't. I just want to do what the fuck I want to do. So if if there's anything that you would like me to write about, even though I'm going to write about what I want to, just leave it in the comments or whatever. I don't know. I don't fucking know. But, like, again, it's the way that they wanted to capitalize on this fame that I built for myself, while completely disregarding the entire reason I got here, which is being myself. Okay? Sometimes a little exaggerated, because this is entertainment. And I'm a performer. I'm a natural performer, so of course things are going to be exaggerated sometimes. Everybody on here is a performer. Just let's get that out of the fucking way. But it's the way that they wanted to capitalize on that while disregarding all the reasons why I got here, which is by being my fucking self, regardless of not fitting into this box of blackness, this box of artistry. I don't even fucking know. But now, like I said, I feel like I've had enough space, and now I'm ready to try things experimentally and just like have fun with it. I'm sick and tired of that bullshit. That drained me. That's why I stopped in 2022. That's why it took me 2 years to get back to this point. And so now I think I'm going to go dick around on my piano and my ukulele. I already wrote some stuff. It's a little weird, I think. It's a little bit chaotic. But as you guys know, I'm chaotic. So that's just how it's going to be. And rant. Thank you for sticking around.